Hey, what's going on, guys? This is GGIrony and I here with another Minecraft video. Today we got something a little special for you. Not only are we joined by GGIrony, from GGIrony channel, obviously,
yes.
But we got a special Minecraft glitch that we accidentally found when we were messing with each other, huh?
Yes, indeed.
I'm so excited for this. It's gonna be great. We're actually gonna get into it here. Just give us a little second, shall we? So guys, for this little glitch, if you want to call it that, right, you're gonna need a few things. A shield at least, a fishing rod, some boots, preferably with feather falling because you don't want to hit the ground too hard, and some food because you're gonna be taking a bit of damage.
Yes.
But yeah, Gus also has the same thing. We'll get to that part in a just gotta wait a little bit longer, guys. Just wait. Calm down.
It's one of those glitches that there's a lot of testing you need to figure out why it's useful. It's kind of
about right.
Yeah, we spent like 2 hours just testing it out, just figuring out what could work with it and what we could all do with it. And I would say we spent a solid like 10 minutes just trying to figure out like if what we were doing was correct or how it all worked at certain times. And then we'd be like, oh, that's how it works. And then we were wrong. And we're like, oh, okay, just kidding.
So if you guys figure out anything else that we haven't already talked in the video, but when we get there, just put in the comments down below.
This is the very basic first one. It is the double rod jump. So there are two people. There is the bouncer and there is the launcher. The bouncer, we'll get a little more in depth about it, but essentially what you can do is you can hook yourself with your own rod, but be connected to the other person's rod, and then if they walk away but are still within range, you can reel your rod in and get launched over to the bouncer. So if I were the one, I will be the launcher in this situation, correct, Ender?
That's true. I will be the bouncer. I'm going to be the guy who bounces his rod back to him.
The first step is the bouncer. The bouncer will deflect the launcher's rod back to them, and then it will hit me. And then the bouncer gets to where they want to be, or as Ender says, or takes the high ground. And then the bouncer will pull the rod first, and the launcher, which is me, will pull my rod a second later. So what you're going to do as the launcher is, Ender is going to need to have a shield, and he's going to need to be crouching in position.
And have the fishing rod in your hand.
Yeah, you will need that in your hand. Yes. And when he is ready, he will crouch. And you want to aim just a little bit above their head and throw the rod.
Like so.
And as you can see now, I am hooked on my own rod.
We'll show you what happens if GGIrony does the same thing. Now, if he moves his rod...
Now watch what happens if I switch.
It's still there.
Nothing
so
happens.
I never use my fishing rod, as you guys can see. So I'll get myself ready, too, so we can actually show you how to do this jump. I'm going to right-click, and I miss, and there we go.
Yep, so he has me hooked right now with his own rod, and then mine is hooked on him as well.
So, Gus, can you right-click your rod clip?
Yep,
see, and as you see
how I get pulled over?
His has already works. It's kind of cool, but now watch if I do it. Doesn't work. So here's the rule.
It still says it's up there, yeah.
Yep, here's the rule with this. If the launcher uses their rod before the bouncer uses their rod, the bouncer's rod instantly breaks. Like it doesn't work. So just keep that in mind. If you're gonna do any of these, the bouncer has to use their rod first. Here we go.
Right,
I'm ready.
Make sure they're ready. All right.
And Gus should get hit.
Just like that.
I'm gonna hit him. See how his rod looks like it canceled, but it really didn't.
Yep.
Now, obviously, you want always take the high ground.
Yes. And as long as the rod stays connected, perfect. Now watch. If I were to pull myself, I would pull myself forward, but then Ender couldn't do it, and that completely it wouldn't work because there's no point of it being the double rod bounce because it would be one rod. So Ender now has to go first, and then watch what happens.
3, 2, 1. He's able to make quite
pretty much
more
all the way up there. Now, just so we can prove, I landed right here from all the way back there. Now, if Ender is to do it again and just use his, watch, we will not go the same distance. Now watch.
3, 2, 1. See, so the double rod jump makes quite a bit of difference.
About 5 block difference, which might not be the biggest deal, but in height situations, it's actually really helpful, which we figured out.
Now,
so
if
we'll
we
do it one more time.
Correctly.
If we time it, yes, if we time it correctly.
And if Gus jumps when I jump, he should even make much farther distance than
I'm gonna run and I'm gonna jump right here, okay?
Yeah.
So when I jump, just pull me, okay?
Yep.
Ready?
Look at
pretty much the same.
That
But
is
still,
awesome.
do you see the speed we get pulled? It's so much faster.
Depending on your height and the distance away, you can actually land the other player, the launcher, on the same block the bouncers.
Yep, it's just all about timing. That's the one thing.
So we could actually show that, a clip of that, in our actual server, the Lostcraft SMP. We'll get to that. We'll show it right here. That way you don't skip a beat, I guess. And let's get to the next one, Gus.
Yep, that will be right here.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
There we go. That was perfect. The elytra long jump. Number 1, the bouncer deflects the launcher's rod back at him. So once again, it will be the same step. I will throw my rod at him, it will deflect and hit me. The bouncer will take high ground, and then the launcher takes off with the elytra like they normally would, but instead of just jumping and using like a firework to launch yourself off, you can actually launch yourself off with just the rod and shoot yourself forward. Here's the second part, the elytra long double jump launch, which is, number 1, bouncer deflects the launcher's rod back at them, then hits them with their own. So that will be the same as just the elytra double jump launch, except for you have an elytra this time. The bouncer takes high ground, and then the launcher takes off with their first rod, and then the bouncer does the same a second later. So essentially, I think that's actually reversed because
yeah, I was about to say I found a typo. It's actually the bouncer who pulls first, then the
bouncer will
launcher.
pull first, and then I'll get launched, and then I'll get launched. And then...
Exactly. So let's get the first one, just the normal elytra jump here for you. I'm gonna just pull GGIrony since he's the fly boy. So let's do it again. A lot of this is just repeating the same process.
Yep.
So I'm not gonna hook him with this one because it's not the longer jump.
This is just me throwing it at him, and then I'm gonna do it. So I will get a running start, and I'll pull myself forward.
This is important to realize that no matter where the bouncer's at, he will gain the exact same speed just by pulling himself. So that's all that glitches. When he hits himself, no matter where the bouncer's at, he's able to pull himself super fast. And it's better just to do this like the first one, to be honest, because the odds of you being able to pull it at the right time are not that high.
Yeah, we like I said, we spent like probably half an hour just testing this one to get it to work.
If you think about it, if I pull it and then he pulls it when he gets close to me, that distance that he gets the closer to me, the less speed he's going to get from that, which could slow him down.
Yeah, we'll try it one more time and just see if we can get it to work.
I would just pull earlier.
Okay, I will. Alright, ready?
3, 2, 1. There you go. That was not bad.
Yeah. That one worked a lot better. This one's distance, this one's a distance one as well. And then there's the second part of it, which this is Gus's favorite. You could find a way to make it effective. I know there'd be a way to make it effective.
I'm excited for this.
Yes, I agree. So, this is only stuff I will be using. Ender will not be touching any of this because for this to work, he needs to keep the fishing rod in his hand. But Ender, would you go ahead and explain to them what this glitch is?
Okay, I'm gonna call this the elytra rewind. The bouncer deflects, blah blah blah. We get that point, right? So obviously the launcher wants to take the high ground. Number 3, this is very important, guys. As long as the bouncer, aka me, is holding that rod, the launcher can launch themselves back. So it's all this basically is the double elytra long jump, but with a delayed pull from the launcher's part, okay?
Yes.
That's all it is. This could come very, just great handy-wise for PvP matches, or just in general, trying to get out of, I guess, lava situations in the nether.
Yep, that is true.
Things to keep in mind, right here, is if the line breaks, no back drag. Your partner's stranded. So do not let go of that rod, unless if you actually have to. 2, it can, obviously can back drag midair, so if they're flying and they change their mind, they can just instantly stop how fast they're moving. So if I launch him, he can slow himself down and just do a quick U-turn.
Yep.
Also, the launcher can swap weapons midair, so he could actually use his bow, he could use his sword. He doesn't have to hold the fishing rod.
Yeah, I can literally do anything I want.
And we're gonna try this again here. He's gonna hit himself. I'm gonna hit him with my rod. I'm going to run all the way up these stairs to the platform, and I'm gonna try to pull him all the way over here. Ready, Gus? Boom!
Yep.
There we go. Look at this man fly. Okay,
so
Gus
now
is
I am
gonna
right here.
start fighting.
So yes, so let's say he is back there now. I am fighting. So like we said, you can switch to anything. You can use your sword. You can eat.
Yep, look at that.
Demonstrate
Look
that.
at him eating. That's crazy.
You can use the crossbow. You can do anything, and I can still pull myself. So now, Ender needs to retreat. So he's getting low, and I want to go with him. So I run, pull myself.
Boom!
out.
Look at that.
Just
he
like
didn't
that.
fly, but he just
I did
flew
not
all the
fly.
way over here.
But regardless, if I would have actually double spaced, I would have been able to fly over.
Now, I also want to add, GG, a few things that we have tested is going through nether portals.
Yep.
Unfortunately, we aren't going to get anywhere in the world teleportation. As far as I know, if you guys want to test it, you guys totally can.
And if
Please
you find
try.
out something, tell us. Yes, if you find out something, tell us, because that would be very cool to have
We
other
haven't-
people be a part of this.
Yep, we haven't tried it with end portals, though, so you could give it that shot. We
Yep.
haven't tried render distance, that kind of jazz. Remember that if the launcher pulls their rod first, bouncer can't pull their rods.
Like we said, it's still a fairly new thing. We really just figured this out a little while ago and wanted to make a video on it because no one has made a video on it and no one has said
Wow?
anything about it.
Question
So
mark?
we were like, well, no, we were just like, hey, this is something new.
And I think we should add this. We don't know if it's 100% true. We tested it on 2 systems, and there's this weird thing that happened on one of the systems.
Oh, yes.
Where if you launched the other player,
At
and
a fast
he
enough
looked,
speed. Yep.
yep, as fast as you can go, like per se looking down, and you just
Yep.
max out your elytra speed, you would lose control of your cursor.
Yeah,
So
so
be
essentially,
careful.
I would look up directly the moment he'd pull, and then I'd pull myself and shoot straight up, and then I'd just look and shoot straight down, and I'd be going so fast, and all of a sudden I couldn't move left and right. It just would not let me move.
So the moral of that story is that if that does happen with you, make sure you look up right away and try not to max out your
Yep.
speed right away.
Yes, because if you max out your speed, you will almost die like me about 3 different times because I thought I could control it and could not.
And if you're wondering if it has to do with our system, the laptop that it did happen with had a RTX 3060 and an i7 11th gen. So it's not that like it was a bad computer. It wasn't lag or
Yeah.
anything.
It was just essentially either
A
us
weird
breaking
thing.
the game or something in the server that it just randomly glitched out at those odd times just to work perfectly.
Exactly. So let us know in the comments down below if this happens to you. That way we can actually test it a bit more. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys do end up trying this, it's a fun little thing you can do with your friends. Leave us just a comment down below, you know. And if you guys did enjoy just the fact how we may or may not have messed this up a few times, but regardless of that, please hit a like and subscribe. Shots
My
fired.
bad.
Leaving a like helps get our content to newer
Yes.
people, helps us grow the community even faster. Our communities are amazing, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Goodbye.